Blizzard Entertainment is a company that we've talked about a lot in the past. We're going to talk about a little bit about today. The big thing about it is that its servers and its games are going to be pulled from. They're not going to be available in China after anymore, following a dispute with NetEase over licensing. This is a story from VGC titled "Blizzard Games Set to be Pulled in China After Dispute with NetEase Over License" by Andy Robinson. And it reads this: Blizzard Games are set to be shut down in China after it was unable to come to an agreement with current license holder NetEase over renewing its current deal. It's said when its current deal ends on January 23rd, 2023, World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, Warcraft 3 Reforged, Overwatch, and the StarCraft series, Diablo 3, and the Heroes of the Storm will all be suspended. Blizzard Entertainment has had licensing agreements with NetEase since 2008. Diablo Immortal's co-development and publishing covered under a separate agreement between the two companies and won't be affected. So that's interesting. I mean, like, I know that China is a huge market for a lot of the games that Blizzard does. So what do you think about this? About it just sort of them all going away pretty much like that in a region as big as China?
Yeah, I think to me it seems like they don't care that it's gone in there. And
no,
like,
isn't that weird?
Yeah, like it's just kind of like, hey, you know what? We have all these people who will no longer be able to play this game and give us money. And I guess maybe that's a good thing. I know there's a lot of concerns with businesses over in China and like having China like money influence so many markets and with how problematic their government can be and things like that. So maybe this is a good trend that they're doing this, but it does seem like this is. They say it's not going to impact their bottom line. I can't imagine that being true.
I mean, it's China. It's huge. And gaming in China is huge.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just feel like this is something that I wonder if this is a beginning trend in the industry. I wonder, and I know like at this point, this is not like Microsoft's influence on this too. It's not like Microsoft is coming in and being like, hey, we're going to like change our company. We're going to start making better business decisions, making better partnerships. No, this is like Activision Blizzard making this call, right? This is them saying that this is not going to be happening in China. Nothing to do with that acquisition and stuff like that. So this to me seems odd in a lot of different ways because you would think they would make choices to make the most money possible. So I wonder what these negotiations were about and what specifically fell through on them. But I think this is just kind of an interesting overall industry trend. And maybe this is something that we'll start to see more in the future.
What do you mean? Like
companies cutting ties with China overall. I wonder
if it is a China thing or if it's this NetEase company thing, because NetEase is like their licensing holder and stuff like that. So I wonder.
And I mean, perhaps they will be making other changes later and like eventually come back in China with a different company maybe. But wasn't there like I'm trying to remember reading a story. Wasn't there a mobile game that NetEase was going to be making that was canceled recently?
I can't say.
I don't remember off the top of my head here. Let's see if I can type.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Earlier this year, it was claimed that Blizzard and NetEase had canceled an unannounced World of Warcraft mobile game because of a financial dispute.
Right. So, like,
is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah. Because that seems like easy money. You know, you're throwing like a property like World of Warcraft in a mobile market in a place like China. Like that would what was the financial dispute? Like, you know what I mean? Like what would have been so out of the realm for both of these companies that they couldn't agree on the financial gains of that? Because isn't like World of Warcraft wasn't that movie like super successful in China?
It's like it's in the top, like, I think 20 best-selling, you know, like most lucrative movies of all time, and like 90% of its revenue came from China.
Right.
Yeah, because it was one of those things where it's like, this movie, I've never really even heard of this, and then it's just all Chinese stuff.
So like again, that would be like easy money to make. Like if they have a mobile game like that would like do whatever. So I find that interesting. But again, I do wonder if there'll be another company that kind of comes in to partner with Activision Blizzard. in
Sure.
the future.
I mean, they are such a Goliath in this space that like I'm sure. Someone says, who's it? The company's head of partnerships. I don't know if that is NetEase or Blizzard. But Simon Zhu offered a more blunt appraisal on social media, claiming that one day when what has happened behind the scenes could be told, developers and gamers will have a whole new understanding of how much damage a jerk can make.
Is that wait, who said that? Simon
Zhu, the head of partnerships. Let's see, is that
like
Blizzard or is that? Let me look. At NetEase. So
see, that is interesting then, because I wonder if this is just something that maybe once the deal goes through and we do have a better leadership at the top of Activision Blizzard, if they'll revisit this and then come back to this, and if it really is just the fact that Activision Blizzard is that much of a shitty company.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. So Simon Zhu posted this to LinkedIn. They are the president and global investment partners. The president of global investment and partnerships for NetEase. They posted this 3 days ago. As a gamer who spent tens of thousands of hours in the worlds of Azeroth, StarCraft, and Overwatch, I feel so heartbroken as I will not. The English is not great here. As I will no longer have the access to my account and memories next year. One day, when what has happened behind the scenes could be told, developers and gamers will have a whole new level of understanding of how much damage a jerk can make. Feel terrible for players who lived in those worlds. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like even more confirmation that Activision Blizzard is a piece of shit company.
Sounds a lot like Activision Blizzard to me.